We're putting two popular mouthpieces to the test, the D'Addario Select Jazz and the Meyer made by J.J. Babbitt. Which one might be a good fit for you? Let's dive in. Hi, and welcome to the Saxophone Academy. I'm Dr. Wally Wallace. And if you're interested in saxophone masterclasses and product reviews, please do subscribe. Now today we're talking about two very popular mouthpieces, the Meyer, made by J.J. Babbitt, and the D'Addario Select Jazz mouthpiece. Now the rep at D'Addario has assured me it's not pronounced D'Addario, despite the apostrophe, it's D'Addario, which might come as a surprise to Beverly D'Angelo. Sorry, Beverly D'Angelo, that's her name now. Now, both the Meyer and the D'Addario are both good, straight-ahead jazz mouthpieces that I have no problem recommending either. So we're going to talk specs, give an overview, and throw them both on my Yamaha and do a thorough playing test. Now, I chose these two because not only do they play well and give a good straight-ahead alto sound, they're both easy to find and they're both somewhat affordable, especially in the pro mouthpiece market. They're both good, and I have no problem recommending either one of these to a student, beginning or advanced. Now, the Meyer has been around as a name for over 100 years. The Meyer brothers have been making mouthpieces since the 19-teens. This was bought out by J.J. Babbitt. Some people have griped about the quality since then. They are mold injected and not hand-faced. I've not had any problems or issues. They're not exactly the same if you order 4 of them, but generally they're all pretty good, and I've had good luck. I've got no problem with the modern J.J. Babbitt made Meyer. The D'Addario is kind of the new kid on the block. D'Addario bought up Rico, and they've been making this mouthpiece for only about 10 years. And they also have the limited edition marble one. I'll put a link in the below to my review of that. Now, neither of these are hand-faced, which is why they're both affordable and both well under $200. The Meyer is, to the best of my knowledge, a mold-injected mouthpiece, which, if I'm wrong, someone will let me know in the comments, I have no doubt. The D'Addario is actually milled by machines from rod rubber. And in general, that's going to make it more consistent between mouthpiece and mouthpiece. And I did order 4 of these, and they were strikingly similar. I'm not sure I could tell the difference between them. The Meyer, actually, there is some inconsistencies. Not bad, but if you order 4 Meyers, they're each going to have a little bit of a different character. I don't hate that. I kind of like when I order a mouthpiece, it feels like mine. Very consistent, serviceable, but not as consistent in the Meyer. Now, the D'Addario sells for a bit over $150, and with that you get a cardboard box that opens. I won't do an unboxing video because I'm pretty sure my viewers know how to open a box. The Meyer actually comes with a box as well, and it's the same old box that's been coming with these for a million years with the cool little red stamp. Now, the cap and ligature that the Meyer come with are, frankly, not very good. The cap pops off very easily, and the ligature is rattly, kind of sharp edges and cheap, and it kind of digs into the reed whenever I tighten it. I don't love these ligatures, although I don't mind a stock ligature. The one that comes with the Meyer, I just don't think is very good. Now, the Meyer has a tip opening of 81 thousandths of an inch. The D'Addario is 83 thousandths of an inch. They're very similar. I wouldn't call this more open necessarily, but it is slightly more resistant on the same strength reed. So what does all this mean for playability and sound? Well, let's start by playing some straight-ahead bebop. We'll trade 4s between the two mouthpieces. In general, the D'Addario is a little bit darker, more of a full core to the sound. The Meyer is a little bit brighter and more of a transparent core. The D'Addario is a little bit more homogenized throughout the ranges, meaning the low end has more of the tonal characteristics as you go to the high end. The Meyer gets brighter and a little bit thinner as you go high. That's not necessarily bad, it just all depends on your preferences. Now, on a ballad, they both had a singing quality I really liked. Both were easy to control and had a lot of nuance to play with. Now, I think both are a really good choice for your first pro saxophone mouthpiece or your first step-up mouthpiece. Both have very strong qualities. Both are a pleasure to play on. But if I had to choose one, I'd go with the Meyer. If I were going to use an analogy, I would say the D'Addario is kind of like a Toyota. It's well built, it's consistent, it's comfortable, it's easy. It's a good, solid choice. The Meyer is kind of like a vintage Mustang. It's a bit rough around the edges, it's not quite as easy to control, but it's more exciting. Sure, if you step on it too hard, it's gonna put you in a ditch, but that's kind of part of the fun. So in the comments below, let me know what you think of these two mouthpieces. I will see you next week, and until then, go practice.